Welcome everyone to this review of WWE Raw, the episode of June 5th. Seth Rollins starts the evening with an entrance, but it's not yet time for the match. He reflects on how long it's been since a major title was on the line at WWE Raw, answering 2 years. Feeling festive since winning the title, Rollins decided to launch an open challenge for the night on Twitter, responded by Damian Priest, who come to the ring with Finn Bálor. Rollins wonders if Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio will appear to attack. Priest assures Rollins that he should be more concerned about him. Rollins mocks Bálor, who retaliates by calling him a funny man with funny clothes. Priest acknowledges Rollins as a deserving champion, irritating Bálor. Priest claims he doesn't need anyone's help to defeat. They agree that no other members of Judgment Day will interfere. Priest confidently predicts a short reign for Rollins, who adds that his reign is already longer than Baszler's, referring to a previous injury. Next, Becky Lynch defeated Sonya Deville in a match, securing her spot in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match by pinfall with her manhandle slam. Despite Chelsea Green's interference attempts and distractions from Trish Stratus and Zoey Starks, Lynch emerged victorious. Byron Saxton interviews Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens backstage about recent events on SmackDown. Zayn claims he had warned about the Usos' actions, and they await Jay's next move. Ludwig, Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci show up. Kaiser says that the bloodline is not their problem. As long as Owens and Zayn are the champions, they will be their only problem. Gunther arrives and says Owens lacks discipline, and they will show him what discipline is. Owens states that if Gunther has an anger issue, there's a ring where they can settle it. Next up is the match between Gunther and Kevin Owens. It was an incredible match dominated by Gunther, but as usual, Kevin Owens showed his resilience. Towards the end of the match, Vinci gets on the apron, but Zayn intervenes to push him away. A confrontation breaks out between the wrestlers. Owens pushes Kaiser with a stunner, and Gunther takes advantage to perform a roll-up for the 3 count. This ending was predictable because both men are currently at the top of their game, and neither could be diminished. They likely delivered one of the best matches of the year on WWE Raw. Backstage, Kathy asks Matt Riddle for his comments on the match. Riddle says he can't tolerate seeing Gunther cheat every week. Gunther wouldn't be the champion without Kaiser and Vinci. Kaiser and Vinci show up and demand respect for Gunther. Riddle hits Kaiser and applies an ankle lock on Vinci. Officials arrive to separate them. Byron Saxton interviews Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey backstage about being champions. Baszler believes it was their destiny and highlights their dominant victory last week. Rousey emphasizes the need to bring prestige to the titles and expresses willingness to face any challengers. Kayden Carter and Katana Chance step up, seeking to challenge them and compete for the titles. Rousey sarcastically applauds their bravery, while Baszler asserts that their twisted tendons and ligaments will prove their courage. A good match to introduce us to the new team from NXT and set the tone for Baszler and Rousey's reign. Towards the end of the match, Kayden Carter takes the tag from behind and surprises Baszler with a roll-up, but Baszler kicks out at 2. Baszler delivers a round kick and executes a suplex on Carter. She follows up with her Kirifuda clutch submission hold, forcing Carter to tap out. Backstage, Bronson Reed is jealous of Ricochet's spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but Ricochet reminds him that he earned it by defeating the 2-time Grand Slam champion The Miz, while Reed lost his undefeated streak against Shinsuke Nakamura. The Japanese wrestler confronts Reed, who assures him that next time he will defeat him. Next up is Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It's a good match. However, towards the end, Ricochet and Nakamura are battling it out on the corner, exchanging blows. Suddenly, Bronson Reed interferes and attacks both of them. Reed delivers a splash onto Nakamura and finishes with his tsunami move on Ricochet. Back in the ring, Miz welcomes us to Miz TV and introduces his special guest for the night, Cody Rhodes. Miz brings up Cody's challenge to Brock Lesnar, questioning the wisdom of wanting to face him again after previously being defeated and having his arm broken. Cody acknowledges the criticism but states that it takes courage. He mentions that Lesnar is currently in his annual hibernation and won't be seen for a while. Then The Miz introduces Dominik Mysterio, accompanied by Rhea Ripley. Ripley interrupts Miz to allow Dominik to speak. Dominik receives boos from the crowd, but Cody Rhodes asks for respect. Dominik expresses his happiness for being invited and criticizes Cody for not prioritizing his daughter's care. He calls Cody a broken winged bird and accuses him of being a bad father, comparing him to Rey Mysterio. Cody mocks Dominik's time in prison and sarcastically points out Rey Mysterio's mistakes. As Ripley and Dominik prepare to leave, Dominik slaps Cody and hides behind Ripley, provoking Cody to retaliate. Cody refrains from striking them, and they leave the ring. Frustrated, Cody vents his anger by attacking Miz with a strike. Next up is another women's Money in the Bank qualification match between Zoey Stark, accompanied by Trish Stratus and Natalya. At the end of the match, Stark exits the ring to strategize with Trish Stratus. Natalya also leaves the ring and delivers a kick to Stark. Natalya brings Stark back into the ring, but Stratus takes advantage and kicks Natalya. Stark follows up with her Z360 move for the 3 count. Surprisingly, Becky Lynch did not make an appearance, which raises some eyebrows. Paul Heyman announces in a backstage promo that on Friday, Jey Uso will have to choose his side. Either he joins his brother Jimmy or he joins Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman appears confident that Jey Uso will choose the side of his other brother Solo Sikoa to remain in the bloodline. The match between Indus Sher and Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin did not take place. Veerman and Sangha attacked their opponents before the match could begin. It's time for the main event. Seth Rollins defends his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest, who came alone. It's a great match to end the evening. During the match, Rollins falls to the outside of the ring and takes Priest to deliver a powerbomb against the barricade. Finn Balor still comes out to try to distract Rollins, which angers Damian Priest, who asks him what he's doing. In the end, Priest hits his South of Heaven finisher and covers Rollins, but he kicks out at 2. Priest attempts a razor's edge, but Rollins pushes him away and repeatedly strikes him in the head. Rollins follows up with his stomp finisher for the pinfall victory. Seth Rollins retains his title. The show ends like this. We once again had a great episode of Raw highlighted by an excellent main event, and also a fantastic match between Gunther and Kevin Owens. Gunther continues to deliver high-flying performances. What did you think? Did you enjoy this episode of Raw? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and take care.